Live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to NACE Spring 2023 Valorant Open Plus, Week 7 of the regular season, the final week of the regular season. I am your host, Five of Spades, alongside Spicy Bryson, and today we're bringing you Emerson College Vandals versus Mizzou Blue. And hopefully, we'll get another great streamed match like the previous one, which was when Emerson College Vandals took on Clemson Purple. That was in week 3, I believe. Um, but currently, Emerson College Vandals sits top of their conference, 5-1. The one loss came to an unfortunate forfeit over last week during spring break, so they are still undefeated in match play. But they're looking to top their conference with a win today. And Mizzou Blue also is on 5-1. Their last match was a 2-0 victory over SBU Team Pink, 13-5, and then 14-12. And their only defeat also came in week 5 to Clemson Val Purple, which was a 0-2, and it was a convincing victory for Clemson. It was 13-2 and 13-3 to them. Um, so we'll see how this game goes. If the Vandals win this match, they'll be top of their conference. Even if Clemson, who also played today, they are currently 5-1. Even if Clemson Purple wins their match, the Vandals will top the conference on head-to-head. But if Mizzou Blue wins,
Hello.
they will
Hello.
top the conference if
Yo.
Clemson Purple
I think we're attack
loses.
person.
Sorry about that. I had in-game voice chat on.
You're good.
Yeah, exciting match. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but the Emerson College Vandals do have an undefeated record on Fracture, I believe, and that is the current map I'm seeing. I don't know if they just haven't changed it yet, but
That is true.
we
And,
could be looking at a home field advantage for the Vandals here if we do go to Fracture.
in the last streamed Fracture map was against Clemson Purple, and that was a very close match. It was 2-1, but the Emerson College Vandals won it convincingly 13-5. So they have that great, solid map pick. But it'll be interesting to see if there are map bans, but it seems like we're going to Fracture. So it'll be interesting to see if any team can actually dethrone this undefeated map on the Vandals and see how the Vandals adapt to that if that ever comes to be. But yes, like you said, we're currently looking at Fracture on this first map. Um, in recent news, as everyone that plays Valorant has seen, Gecko just released and is also now available for play. ECV has been scrimming with the agent for a little bit, so I'll be curious to see if that will be on display today and whether Mizzou Blue also looks to pick up that agent in this match. But also, we have some birthdays both today and in the few previous days on the side of the Vandals. ISO's birthday is today. K Busters was yesterday, and Unsound Toaster was last Saturday. So the Vandals also have the birthday buffs.
Get some
So
happy
we'll see if
birthdays
that
in the chat.
Oh yeah.
It looks like they're just about ready to get underway. We had a bit of a delay with a potty break and then figuring out which side players were supposed to be on. A little bit of confusion. Looks like they might have that under control now. Yeah, I am excited to see if we do see an initiator switch, if we do see Gecko come into play for the Vandals. We've seen a history of Shovel Knight playing Fade. We'll see if the Fade stays or if we see a switch out for Gecko. Could be exciting, seeing as Gecko does have a very high pick rate currently, whether or not the Vandals decide to follow this trend or go against it and see if they can counter any possible Geckos on the other team.
Yeah, and from yesterday's ECV scrim, it is actually Unsound Toaster that was picking up the Gecko. He usually plays the Killjoy, but it looks like he was picking up the Gecko, and I guess they said that it meshes well with the fade, so we'll have to see if that goes today, or if there's any other changes to the compositions. But we shall see. It looks like we're about to get into Agent Select here. Again, Fracture is our first map with ECV on the attack and Mizzou on the defense.
And while your usual commentator Banana Bomb can't be here himself, he has left me with a list of one-liners to use throughout today. So we'll see if those get worked in, see if you can spot them as they come up. A little game for you guys as we're going.
Some instant locks already. K-Buster over to the Cypher. We also saw him on that character in the scrim yesterday. He usually hasn't played it in the matches that we've streamed so far, but this looks interesting. Intent over on the Phoenix. And we do see the Gecko coming out from Unsound Toaster. Still some agents to be selected. ISO moving into the Brimstone. A comfortable pick that we've seen a lot on Fracture for him. And Shovel Knight on the signature Fade.
The Fade stays.
Nothing selected so far over Mizzou, but they are hovering over the Gecko, KO, Viper, Chamber, and Jets. KO has been selected. Some possible switches over from the Chamber to the Reyna, but nothing selected as yet. 20 seconds to go.
The hesitancy on the Chamber pick is interesting. Chamber is usually a top pick for a Sentinel on Fracture.
So we do see the Gecko selected, so it'll be a Gecko on each side. Chamber is selected, and it'll look like it'll be likely a Viper and Jet. It's the last two agents for Mizzou Blue. And they will be. So for your lineups, ECV is on the Cypher, Brimstone, Fade, Phoenix, and Gecko, while Mizzou Blue is on the KO, Viper, Chamber, Gecko, and Jet. We'll have ECV start us off on the attack while Mizzou Blue defends. We already see Vandals doing a double split attack. Here we go. Vandals popping over to A.
Early kill for
one down,
Drizzy.
though.
Just to
A
claim
lot
that
of satellite
overall.
action. Ooh, non-sun are going down to the headhunter.
Get on with the blind. Intent going down. Early spike drop at satellite for the Vandals. This is going to be a tough pushback.
Corky is weak. Nice, are going down. Shovel Knight finding two, though. Escapes barely. K9 looking to push through the Viper smoke. Full HP.
Can feel the tension here. Shovel Knight and K9 looking at each other through the wall.
Wall drops down. He's going to peek first. Shovel Knight expect
Does
K9.
he know he's
he
there?
does. But the HP advantage. A pretty solid opening pistol round. Mizzou Blue.
And we'll see. The Vandals are going to be looking for some picks here. Try to make a dent in the Mizzou economy here.
OC's
Looks like we'll be looking at a hard push
one
through A main
Bulldog.
here.
a Marshall. It's a full stack over to A main. Dog to clear halls.
So you
Sands
half the
being
team
taken
breaking
with
through door, half
ease,
the team
but
through
intent
main.
very weak. Blinded. And K9 fighting 2 with the Bulldog. And this looks like to be a clean... Oh, Double Knight. Smoke too soon. Finds 2. Wow. Great finds with the pistol. Almost getting K9. 20 HP. Finds 3.
Picking up a Spectre along the way.
26 HP though. Avoids the nade. But is found. Shovel Knight putting in the work on that pistol round to really make a dent in Mizzou Blue's economy. Now we see the rifles on the side of the Vandals. K9 keeps the Bulldog. Steppenwolf keeps the Marshal. So now it's on the turn of Mizzou to put a dent in Vandals' economy. Rifles across the board for Vandals. Some full shields, but only 2 light shields for Intent and ISO. And we see a quick peek. Does Jersey finding 1. Already Vandals in a 4v5 situation. Unsun Toaster being poked from all sides. Still trying to fight Jersey. But ISO getting him. Still Vandals haven't pushed aside. K9 though, trying to pick up one of his buddies, and K-Buster punishing that. And now we see the aggression over by the Vandals.
Vandals looks to take over A site here.
It's in a free site right now. Corky holding Sands Tower. But it's found out. 57 HP. He's able to back up. See, Unsun Toaster using his little buddy to plant the spike.
30 seconds left.
There we go. Spike is down. They're just looking for a way in, taking their time. Zippo looking to push through the smoke, does. Cypher cam down. Knife not finding anybody on the side of Vandals.
Last player standing.
A trade. Zippo, I don't think. Grabs the rifle, but not able to find one. Mizzou Blue able to put a fairly decent dent in the economy of Vandals, but Vandals able to win that round out as they should have. And now we go into will be rifles for everybody on both sides. We'll see Shovel Knight and Intent be able to buy one though. They have the full armor, but only pistols. Who? We see Shovel Knight with a Stinger. Intent was able to get the Vandal. And posturing over towards A again. Contact over towards Hall.
Do you see the
Iso
Gecko
able to
coming
find-
out?
It
Just
looks like
missed the
the
Shovel
Gecko
Knight.
Wall. Thrash not able to detain anybody. But ISO blinded a little bit. Stunned up again. Still. Mizzou not able to find anyone. Finds 2 though. Shovel Knight and ISO are down in the hall.
Spike planted.
But we see the plant come down from Vandals on A side as they were able to move through satellite and get a free plant. But K-Buster going down 2v4 on the side of the Vandals. What can Intent and Unsun Toaster do here? Intent, stunned up. Flashes out though, finds 1.
Last player
Not able to find the second though, and it's a 1v3. Unsun Toaster finds 1, finds 2. Diffuses up. K9 gets the half. Will we get the full though? It's close. Oh, and
Oh,
he gets it just
diffuse.
as Unsound Toaster gets him. Unfortunate. They're probably thinking that that K9 wasn't gonna stick it, but he did. An unfortunate round loss for the Vandals.
Currently on the Vandal side, we are seeing a bit of an early game struggle for intent here. Usually a high frag player on the Vandals. Currently sitting low on the leaderboard. Hopefully we will see this turn around.
And we also see usually K-Buster taking the lead on the kill, but it's Shovel Knight this time. Usually more of the assist player, but once again, Vandals split their attention on the two sides of the map.
We do see Mix pop his chamber ult. He is holding A main.
Grizzly able to find one with the knives, but it's picked out. And K-Buster and Intent find two.
I know exactly where you are.
Is the Cypher all come out? Locations of Mizzou Blue given. Let's see what the Vandals do with this information. It looks like
Alright, so looking to
bombs
take on
with
the chamber
Unsound
ult.
Toaster, but it's still...
Chooses
We
not
see
to
both
challenge it.
Yeah, we see Intent and K-Buster trying to push up to B, and we see the Phoenix run it back ults. Wall up. And it looks like it's going to be a B push and probably B plant run it back. About to end. Will he find anything? No, he won't. Oh, he might have just gotten that information on the KO. Plant coming out from the wingman.
Spike planted.
Do you see Corky looking to push out through defender spawn here? Out through Jin. Seeplov looking for encounter here. Spots the Cypher cam.
Unsound Toaster does have the Thrash ult. We'll see if he decides to use it. Mizzou pushing on the site. ISO finds one, but it's instantly traded out.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh. And now it's
1v1
1v1.
situation.
Unsound Toaster waiting for the plant to come out so he can use the ult. Taps goes down. And he's able to get the diffuser this time. It's the second round on the board for ECV Vandals. And now 3-2 on the side of Mizzou Blue. Unsound Toaster also able to keep the Thrash ult for this round if he decides to use it.
There are
We
3
see-
ults currently active for the Vandals. We could see this coming into play. Could see a strong push here using the Gecko and Fade ult together. However, you cannot underestimate KO's ult. The ability to shut down these pushes in an instant.
A strong push already. A trade. Ziplov's down on the side of Mizzou. But Unsound Toaster, oh! K9 tries to pick up the orb. Misses the flash, but K-Bus are able to find him with Intent helping out. And now Vandals posturing over towards A. Dodge clear halls.
Mix is currently left alone on site. Seeplov looking to push through with the ult.
Can't use that.
Yep. The null command used, but still, the Vandals push through. Don't care about it. And the kill comes through.
Alright, so managing to get a pick through the smoke.
Oh, the rush tries to come
Two through the smoke.
But they know it's coming. The Vandals tied up 3-3.
That is pure game knowledge there from ISO. Able to recognize that his opponents are going to be looking to push through that smoke. Manage to take him down. Knows they're going to look for that KO revive. And sprays through again. Well played by ISO.
Now we see Mizzou Blue on a little bit of an eco. We got some Sheriffs. Never mind, we got Frenzies, Sheriffs.
And we're seeing a 5-stack on B.
And it's a strong
Looking
push.
for a flank through satellite. 3 of the Vandals unaware
Well,
currently.
A little bit are. Some hits
Unable to
down,
find that pick.
But they regress, find 4. And they just know that everyone's
Siplov
committed
bit
to this
behind.
B hit and go for the plant. Siplov pushing through bridge. Plant comes down. Now Seplov trying to at least find one. But Shovel Knight's positioned in that little corner of dish. Will Seplov clear? Looking for it. Finds Shovel Knight. 22 HP though.
See if he decides to
Van
take a
comes
save
through.
round
Can he get
here.
the rifle? He could get away
Looks
with
like
the
he's
rifle.
going to save.
Yep. Gets away with the rifle. The Vandals decide to chase. Ooh. Seplov going to the attacker's side of spawn. Well, the Vandals expect
Looks like
this.
he
And can he
will
get
come
more?
across ISO.
ISO looks a little bit unsuspecting. Nope, but can't find him. Won't be able to keep the rifle. Only Shovel Knight falling on that round. Not too bad for the Vandals. And now they take the lead. A lot of ultimates on the side of the Vandals. Everything but the run it back ult from Phoenix. So we'll see what they choose to use here. On the side of Mizzou Blue, they have the Gecko ult and the Viper ults.
Does look like Mizzou is going back to a default defense here. And it looks like the Vandals might actually be opting for a default push as well.
Seplov diving over towards the arcade. Doesn't find anyone. It's a lot of Mizzou on that dish. They don't want Vandals to push through that. Get us so free. We'll see the Thrash come up from Unsung Toaster. Doesn't find anyone. And expires before it can hit K9. So you have Vandals still working their way through A. They get on the site. Plant comes down. Mizzou does have that dish control, so Vandals don't have a lot of play. But then now, Shovel Knight getting Seplov, equalizing it. 3-on-3. K9 does have the Thrash. Pops the ult. And funds Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight detained. Unsantos are finding his opposite though. Oh, and the detain comes out. And is able to detain the chamber.
Well played from the Vandals.
Trust me, they will make
Using 2 out of their 4 ults. Still holding on to the Fade and Cypher ult here.
Yeah, absolutely well played. After losing 2 from the dish side, they still were able to work up towards A, get the plant down, secure that win using 2 ults.
Now, Mizzou is playing a very aggressive style of defense here. Pushing together as a team quite often. Opting for retakes more often than not as soon as a pick is taken. So, unsure whether or not we'll be able to see much utility come out of this Cypher ult in these situations.
We see Vandals pushing very heavily towards B, but already ISO going down. But the trade is there. I to reveal. K-Buster finding K9. The plant coming down from Wingman. Won't be contested. Now it's up to Mizzou Blue to try to find something. 4v3 scenario for Vandals. Knife comes out. Gets destroyed though. Mizzou Blue working their way towards B. Oh, and 2 great headshots coming out in the defuse. Halfway. We'll get full. Is killed though. And that's a 1-on-1 scenario. Oh, but K-Buster cleans up with the 4K. An almost round win for Mizzou Blue on the Eco. We saw the Vandals struggle a lot against Ecos when playing against Clemson. It seems like their struggles continue here. But they are able to pull it out in the end.
We are seeing why Fracture is the map of the Emerson College Vandals. Taking great use of some of the short sight lines, pushing on to B site. Use great utility with the Phoenix wall, splitting the site in half, able to get on site early. Hopefully we see some more pushes like that moving forward.
Now we see an A aggression right now. Vandals clearing through halls. The running back pops. Flashes out. Unsung Toaster though. Found intent. It's already a 3v5 for the Vandals. What will they do? Now we see them going over towards A, or over towards B. Sorry. It looks like Mizzou is ready for the Drizzy. Going to try Killer Arcade, but K-Buster
Cypher ult coming out.
finding. And now they know only one is really even close to B. They might be able to get the plant. Sepala flashing out, but it won't stop the plant. Trying to spray through, trying to find intent while planting, but isn't able to get the confirmed kill. And now Mizzou working over towards Canteen.
Intent looking to flash
down.
out.
It's a huge flash. Finds Mix, but has found himself. Shovel Knight though.
2v2 situation.
They know where K-Buster is. Will they challenge? Ooh, and K9 just looks away at the wrong time, and Shovel Knight finds Corky on the tap. Now Vandals with a comfortable 4-round lead, 7-3.
We have
2
seen
rounds
quite
left.
the turnaround from K-Buster. Going 15-5 now so far in the half. Very dominating performance. 6 kills ahead, the second frag of the entire lobby at the moment.
The Mizzou Blue forced on an eco round. They've been quite dangerous, so we'll see if they can pull out a round win for the last round before the half. See Drizzy popping the knives, instantly headshot there by intent. Now we see Vandals flashing over towards B, running in, step off, flashing out. Does have the null command, but we'll probably want to save it this round. And Santoser giving the bomb to Wingman. Wingman planning. Gets the spike down. 5v3 on the side of Vandals. Now just setting up in post-plant positions. Mizzou Blue really confined into their spawn side. We're slowly pushing out. Mix does have the tour de force. Wingman claiming out a Cypher trip. Ooh, and the tour de force finds one. But it won't matter in the long run. 8-3 on the side of Vandals. And we head into the last round before the half. Mizzou Blue able to buy fully. Drizzy going for the operator on the last round. Be the first time he'll show this weapon. On the side of Vandals, they have the orbital strike alongside their running back.
Looks like Drizzy might be going for an early pick here as he is matching up with the Vandals push at the moment.
We'll see. Pushing out. Not finding anything. Vandals maybe know he has this operator. But it's a running back over to A to clear them out. Viper's pit in response and intent. Not be able to find Corky.
And looks like a fake push on A as the Vandals rotate back to B.
Ooh,
Drizzy holding
operator.
strong.
Down, attacker spawn.
We're going to see a repeat here. Avoiding the Gecko utility. Just
Second
misses
shot,
the shot.
not finding it. But K-Buster pushing through, finds the op play. Gets traded. This could be an opening still with the op down. Spray's coming out. Intent, ooh. Found while trying to cross the site. But Shovel Knight finds one. K9 though.
Spike planted.
Shovel Knight in a 1v2 scenario. Knife goes out, will it find Shovel Knight? Nope. The smoke make Shovel Knight. Oh, and Corky finds Shovel Knight in the end. Still a very good half for the Vandals. 8-4, moving on to defense.
Switching sides.
We'll see what their defense can provide. See Mizzou Blue not opting to split their offense on the two sides of the map right now. Pushing over towards A right now. We see Intent and K-Buster posted up over towards A. While ISO and Shovel Knight guard B. Looks like Santos are joining the A gang. Shovel Knight not found by the KO knife. And it's a lot over towards A for Mizzou Blue. As he peeks out. A lot of contests, and they're just running over to site. Spike over to Wingman. Look at the plan out. K-Buster blinded from the Dizzy. Now how will Vandals look to retake site? Looking to clear through halls. Intent. A lot of trades. Intent finds one. Santoser finds two.
One enemy remaining.
2v1 scenario. Corky's really weak and Unsound Toaster getting the 3. And a well retake on the side of the Vandals.
I don't think I'm allowed to talk about what they were just doing there. Might go against stream guidelines.
The Vandals getting some Spectres. We see ISO. Oh, we're showing the Bucky, but moves over to the Marshall. See Unsound Toaster buying that Bulldog. We do see a little bit of a commit on the side, almost a full commit on the side of Mizzou Blue. They have we got 4 Spectres and 1 Stinger, so they really investing a lot into this round. It's gonna be a double push towards B. And info, a little bit gain from Shovel Knight. Knows that at least one of Mizzou Blues players is pushed over towards B. I think ISO has found those arcade players as well, and is calling the rest of his players back. Well, let's see if Shovel Knight and ISO are able to hold the fort down. See Wingman. Ooh, and Shovel Knight gets cut up. Can't deny the spike. Actually does deny the spike plant, but does fall to it. K9 finding ISO. Already a 3v5 scenario for Vandals, and this commitment on the side of Mizzou is playing out right now. But already K-Buster finds 1. Finds 2. Two v 3 now for the Vandals. Santos are going to Mosh, but is found by Corky. Now it's up to Intent. What can he find here? Finds a flash. Flashes himself. Finds Sheplov. But Corky finishes him off with a stolen Bulldog. The round commit for Mizzou Blue pays off.
We are going to see the economy on both sides of the field here absolutely crippled.
K9 able to buy, and Drizzy able to buy Phantoms.
The Vandals not so lucky.
Sticking to sidearms. ISO. Sticking, what is he going to go with? Sticking with the Sheriff.
Going to see a split push onto A here. Unsound Toaster looking for some early info here.
My wingman's down. Flash is ready.
Manages to get the ult orb.
Toaster though falling. Ooh, but ISO.
Unlucky
it's a
for
3-on-3
Intent.
already. And the Vandals could pick up some weapons here. And they also have the spike down. Very crucial. Seplov is the only one over to spike. He does have visual, so might be able to pick it up. Going for it. Well, ISO and Shovel Knight find him first. Corky finding K-Buster.
One enemy
Ooh, and the flank comes out. Knife catching ISO.
Team ace.
And it's a team ace.
Ah, fool! You all did.
A near well-executed eco on the side of Vandals. They weren't able to close it out.
Here. Gun here.
Vandals now able to fully commit to this. Mizzou Blue looking to see if they can get rifles into the hands of everybody. Drizzy's the only one without one, but he's one away from his ultimate, so Mizzou Blue probably looking to get this ult orb over towards B.
So we are going to see a strong push down B main here. Drizzy looking
Orb
for
is
knives.
grabbed, and Drizzy does pop the knives. ISO forced out of position with above, looking for anyone. Finds
Defender
K-Buster though.
spawn.
K-Buster finding him first. And Drizzy going up to spawn. Finds Unsound Toaster. K-Buster trading. Intent committing the Warner back. And Corky found. Takes a shot. Is able to survive. They should be able to find Mix and do. And it's only K9 on the side of Mizzou Blue. Is able to find ISO. And they need to find him. He could do some serious damage. And finds the spike defuse. Finds 3. But Intent able
Looks
to
like
find
there will
him.
be time to defuse.
Should have time to defuse. Might be a little bit close.
He's giving us a little
Should
nod.
be
He's
able to
telling
get
us
it.
there's
Yeah,
time.
He's confident. He's confident. 250 left.
That right there is the nod of a confident man if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. We do see the economy of Vandals a little bit bad. Intent able to keep the Vandal. Not everyone is able to fully commit to rifles, while Mizzou Blue is able to buy their entire loadouts. Full shields except for Mix. It'll be...
And currently
It'll be on the
Mizzou
Vandal.
leaving their spike in spawn. Looking for a bit of a default push here, get some map control. Let's see if Love's gonna grab the spike and try to push onto A with the rest of his team.
Unsound Toaster holding this A main with a Bucky. We'll see if Mizzou Blue clears him. As they start pushing slowly. Ooh, but Unsound Toaster.
Bit of a
Decides to
misplay
peek out
from
a little
Unsound
bit
Toaster,
early.
getting him toasted.
Able to find one before blinded. Kills the wingman. Thought that wasn't allowed. Intent though, finding a second. Able to pick K9. Gets K9 weak. It's suppressed. K9 really, really weak here. 10 on 53 HP. Spike. Still down, right on the A site. Flash looking to be set from Intent. Flash set. No one blind, but K9 is found by K-Buster. Seploff trading. We're able to get Intense. Game of chicken. Ooh, Seploff wins off. Intent able to do some decent damage. Pops the KO. Oh, and sprays through the cargo crate. Able to get Shovel Knight for the 4K. Not able to get the plant money though.
Not a bad round for Vandals though, seeing the state their economy last round. Quite a few picks there that were absolutely necessary. Mizzou looks like they're not going to quite be able to bounce back from that with 2 players unable to full buy. Drizzy opting to throw caution to the wind here. No shields, Vandal only.
See how that pays off. Just looking for some info on the side of Mizzou Blue. They have 3 on the other side. ISO already finding Drizzy though. Unsound are finding. Oh, and K9 finds 2, so it's 3v3 after that exchange over towards Dish. And K9 does have the spike and looking to probably plant it over towards A. They block with the knife, clearing out halls.
Looking at the wingman
Flash
plant
over to
here.
clear stand. Wingman getting the spike down, so K9 doesn't have to do it himself. And now K9 holds Dish.
K9 is
Now we
sitting
see a
on top
large
of the
flame
Gecko
from
ultimate
K-Buster.
as
Will we
well.
expect the Corky though? Oh, does not expect Corky to clear spawn. Double Knight though with the eye. Marks Sheploff and marks K9 on the Dish player. Shovel Knight knows K9 is playing over towards Dish. And ISO finding Seploff with the orbital strike. And we see K9.
Last player
Ooh,
standing.
knows where Shovel Knight is. And ISO still detained. I don't think there's enough time. Does find K9, but won't be able to get the defuse in time. And probably will die to the spike as well. He will.
Good
Mizzou
spray,
Blue
Corky.
making a comeback. Only down 2 rounds. 10-8 on the side of Vandals right now. And it'll be an eco round for the Vandals as well. On Santos are able to buy a Bulldog. That would be the best weapon they have. ISO with the Bucky. We'll see if he can do any damage with the shotgun. It looks like a current B push from Mizzou Blue. And Santoser finding one. Intent missing, but is able to find Corky in the end. Still, Intent holds Arcade. He escapes with his life as well. K-Buster finding K9 on the back.
Strike down B.
And this eco is doing wonders for the Vandals right now. Already in a 4v2 scenario, able to pick up a few weapons. And they also have the spike on lock. And just poshing over. Step off those, find K-Buster now. Knife out, doesn't find anybody. So Vandals with the player advantage. ISO is quite weak. See Seplov and Drizzy working their way over towards Spike, clearing the angles. They're running back.
Player
Finds
standing.
one.
30 seconds left.
Seplov goes weak.
Thrifty.
And the thrifty round on the side of the Vandals. Wonderfully executed.
This is a major victory for the Vandals here, forcing Mizzou into their first eco round in a while here. Looking to push for the victory here. We'll see if we do see some force buys from Mizzou here, or if they are going to look to bide their time, get a few picks this round, and look to push back next round. We are seeing a Stinger purchase and a Sheriff so far. It looks like we are going to be seeing a full eco round from Mizzou here.
Yeah, I think they want to save, so if they committed to this round and then lost, you know, and the Vandals would be on game point and it would likely be yes for Mizzou. So choose to save. Not a lot of commits. Just some light shields, heavy shields.
This decision
Posturing
could
over
be
towards A.
the biggest of the half for Mizzou.
Give us up with the cam. Over towards Dish. Not seeing anything.
Mix pushing
Mizzou
up with
playing this
Headhunter.
very silently. Corky making sure no one on the Vandals gets behind their flank.
My camera is destroyed.
K-Buster's camera being taken down.
Finds one. Goes down to 9 HP, but is found by Seplov. Intent though, finding Drizzy. Still, Mizzou can work their way onto site. They do get the plant down. Now we see Vandals clearing halls. Admitting that Seplov not expecting Unsun Toaster on the other side. ISO finds Corky. And it's all to K9 to find something. But ISO finding him. Now the Vandals go to game points. With not too much damage to their economy done by that round.
Match
Mizzou is going to have to find something. Or it's going to be the game right here. Everybody to fully commit. Full shields. Rifles and all. The unsigned toaster with the Thrash ult on the side of the Mizzou. We do see the Viper Spit. A great post plants ultimate. Looks like Unsigned Toaster might want to use this Thrash very early. But how Mizzou Blue is currently posturing. I won't find anything. And we do see the ults already. It probably won't find anything. Get some info, but no detains. It looks like, oh, the Vandals want to try to pick back this Thrash, and they do get the Thrash back. But do they notice the second two players? Ooh, and they hit huge.
Two
A
huge kills from
Disney
Intent
blind. Ooh, but Seploff finding two to is what a great trade, especially denying on Santos with that second Thrash ultimate use. So it's now a 3v3.
Drizzy
Mizzou Blue
reclaiming the
grouping
spike.
back up, getting Spike. It looks like they're gonna start working their way over towards B. ISO is the only one holding B site right now, while Shovel Knight and K-Buster work towards A. Shovel Knight looking over towards Sam. ISO must hear that orb, and there we go.
30 seconds left.
ISO might be DC'd actually right now. Oh, nope. Ooh. Not able to find any picks. 2v3 scenario for Vandals, though. They could still pull this out. We see K-Buster on the flank. Clearing corners.
Last player standing.
We see Seploff. Let's find him.
Down.
We find Mix. Nope. Mix finishes off K-Buster. A much needed round win for Mizzou Blue. Vandals able to still bind to this round. Likewise for those that were picked off on Mizzou Blue side.
Yes, this should do.
But still, the economy is quite fragile on both teams.
That goes there. This goes here.
Mix does have the tour de force. And Corky kept his Viper Spit. No ultimates on the side of the Vandals. See Drizzy and Mix clearing satellite. Meaning if any Vandals players are posture over towards there, they won't find anyone yet. Shovel Knight holding drop. But Drizzy not taking the challenge. Might wait for the smoke to be out. Corky working his way through tunnel. And Drizzy finding Shovel Knight on that drop exchange.
Here.
Now Vandals think it's an A push. Committing a lot of players over towards. K-Buster though, sees 2.
Cage trigger.
Is really bunkered down on this site.
Nice the
Seploff fighting
wingman
on Santosa
plant.
with the all and K9 finds the K-Buster. And looks like this will be,
Last
this
player
should be a
standing.
round win from Mizzou Blue.
Spike planted.
Intent finding Corky. He's able to get the heal up with the Molly. Back to full. We'll see if he decides to save as.
Let's play.
in
Looks
an
like he's
interesting-
reconsidered as the chamber pops. Will nod to himself for
interesting-
reassurance.
Mizzou Blue really not wanting to lose this round, committing the tour de force. An Intent, maybe just looking for some exit frags, but now backs up. And Drizzy's able to find
Unfortunate
Intent.
timing.
Once again, 2 rounds separate Mizzou Blue from an overtime scenario. Economy on the side of Vandals is very weak. But ISO is committing to the Phantom and all light shields. And Santosa commits with the Bulldog. But weapon-wise, it does favor Mizzou Blue heavily. We see K-Buster Intent though with their ults. They're running back. Cypher info. Already a lot of presence over towards B on the side of Mizzou Blue. Working their way over through tree. We see the Vandals clearing out Dish. Working through tunnels. We'll see if Mizzou Blue decides to back up. They made their presence known. But Santosa finding Corky, a great opening pick. Corky did have that Viper's Pit for post plane if needed.
Looks like we are
And
going
we
to see
already
the
see the
rotate.
rotation. Yep. Vandals have to expect this now. KO knife to clear sight. And Wingman to put the plant. We do see the Cypher all committed.
Spike
Real
planted.
deft up and on. Shouldn't be too much of a surprise where Mizzou Blue is postured. Will they expect mix? In a haunt. Mix known. Will he be able to find anyone? He finds two. But it is traded out. K9 though. Finding two is on his own. Intent though. 2v2. And Drizzy finds K-Buster in the end. And now important round for both teams. Can the Vandals close this out? Or will the Mizzou Blue be able to push us to OT? See both teams able to fully commit. K-Buster only has the light shields. And we see Drizzy deciding to go with the op here. We'll see if he's able to find anything over towards Arcade. Vandals though, holding their line, not choosing to peek out too far. We do see Unsound Toaster and Intent clearing halls. They fake grabbing the orb, but Intent does grab orb in the long run. See Mix and Seploff over towards the dish.
Get out of my way.
Drizzy. Popping the knives. So no locations. Both teams playing this very patiently. Knife does find Unsound Toaster. Alongside Intense. 40 seconds left. Mizzou Blue does have to make a decision soon. It looks like it will probably be a B hit.
Drizzy spotted by K-Buster setup here.
K-Buster triggering his cage. Running through the smoke, seeing if Drizzy committed to the tower fight. And a trade instantly. K-Buster finds two. Unsound Toaster finding Drizzy. 12 seconds left. They have to get the spike down. 2v2.
K9 looking for the wingman plant.
They do get it off. Unsound Toaster taking trades. 17 HP left. Not going to be much use in this fight. Unsound Toaster really has to work well with Intent here. See Mix really bunkered on site. And K9 playing the crossfire. When I think they could find... Ooh, and Unsound Toaster pulling out. It's a 1v1 scenario. And K9 is able to win it out in the end against
Game
Intent.
1 overtime.
And we're going to overtime already. Mizzou Blue staying strong. And it'll pull off some great offensive plays. And now we see the Vandals back on offense. Curious if Drizzy will decide to go with the op this time. Hasn't worked all too well for him. It looks like everyone will just be sticking with rifles and full shields. Vandals, as usual, splitting up their offense on both sides. Will we see Vandals finally be dethroned on Fracture? I believe this is the closest it's ever been. Mizzou Blue holding their lines. Vandals just slowly taking space. Drizzy could find Intent here. Intent though, holding that top ropes.
Unsure if either player spotted each other there. K-Buster unable to
not
get
able
the
to
trade.
trade. Drizzy looking for their Wraith Wing. K-Buster is detained. This is a very dangerous push from him. Ooh, he just gets under Drizzy. Drizzy might not have seen him. He could be in a great spot here. And finds him. He gets the trade in the end. 4v4 scenario. And now it's going to be a hard B push for the Vandals. They get on site.
30 seconds left.
Sees. Forcing Seplov out. And just the spray. Wingman getting the plant down.
Spike planted.
And now Vandals look up for a post-plant scenario. K-Buster holding Arcade. Making sure no one's flanking him. But we see both K9 and Mix flanking the Vandals from their spawn. Will they expect this? Oh, and the tripwire! It's but the tripwire! It doesn't help out. They still find 3, and it's just up to K-Buster in a 1v4 scenario. Halfway already, and he's found. And Mizzou Blue are one round away from giving the Vandals their first loss on Fracture.
Switching sides. Match point.
Now that is a bit of an upset of a round. Post plant B typically being the Vandals' strongest point. We are going to see a timeout called by the Vandals here. Take a bit of a breather for a minute. Try to ice Mizzou here as they go onto their attacker side overtime. Discuss a little strategy here. See what they're going to do. Very, very tight match so far.
Yeah, the flank from K9 and I believe it was Mix. It was spotted out from the Cypher trip, but the Vandals weren't able to react in time, and K9 and Miz just dismantled those players over towards B main. K-Buster had no chance to stop that defuse.
We are seeing somewhat of a dominant performance this match from K-Buster, going 26, 20, and 11 as Cypher. Along with Intent following up, having some early round struggles, really turning it around and coming back, along with K9 on Mizzou's team as Gecko going 24 and 21.
Yeah, an interesting character agent select from K-Buster. Usually we see him over towards, I think it's usually the Rainer or Jet. But moving over to the Cypher, at least for Fracture, we'll have to see if he sticks on it for the rest of the maps. But a standard rifle buy from everyone with full shields. We already see Shovel Knight and Intent clearing out Dish. And we see almost a choke. We see a pinch being created from the Vandals over on the other side. Trying to see if they can
aggressive
get
plays
Seplov.
on defense here.
And they do find Seplov. Corky though finds it. ISO. The trade is happening everywhere. And in the end,
The Vandals are down one man in this situation.
and it's gonna be a
B-site
B
is wide
plant.
open.
It's gonna be up to Shovel Knight and K-Buster to find their way back. Looks like they're gonna try to work their way through attacker spawn side. Not deciding to split up. See Corky and Jersey holding that tower position. Or K9 anchors on point.
Having to come all the way from the other side as well. They are going to be in a bit of a rush. Fade Eye gaining no intel here.
Enemy down.
K-Buster finding one. Finds two!
Last player standing.
It's a 1v1 scenario. Shovel Knight has to push the defuse. He's gonna have to tap.
Come on, please.
He's not gonna get it. Oh, he gets it! Oh, he
With
didn't
no
stick it in
time.
the half wasn't it. And the Vandals are finally dethroned on their map pick to Fracture. Or at least their comfort pick. If Shovel Knight was able to get that half, he might have been able to get the full defuse, but very close. And a 12-14 defeat for the Vandals. K-Buster, though, doing a lot of work on that Cypher. 28, 21, and 11. Not only holding a lot of kills, but also a lot of assists. But we also see Drizzy on the side of Mizzou Blue putting in the work on those first bloods. 11 first bloods. Double digits. I don't think I've ever seen double digits on first bloods. So putting in those early rounds, those early first bloods. Now let's see what the next map is. It looks like it will be Haven.
I feel like I gotta
Vandals.
catch my breath after that game. Jeez.
Vandals moving over to the defender side while Mizzou Blue aims to attack first. I'm curious to see if there's any agent character swaps. In our overall very first match, and a great comeback on the side of Mizzou Blue, pushing us to overtime and then well executing both an offense and a defense. It's a very close last round for the Vandals, but unfortunately there wasn't enough time to defuse the spike in time.
And we would like to thank everybody watching currently, whether you are watching for Mizzou or Emerson. Thank you for tuning in and supporting the esports programs both alike as we get into Game 2 of the series.
See ISO already selecting the Omen. Intent over on the Euro. I don't think... Oh, no, switching over on Santosa. Once again, picking Gecko. K-Buster still hovering over that Cypher. An interesting pick. Drizzy over in the Chamber. Mix hovering over the Reyna.
The Omen pick from ISO here is an exciting pick. Haven being a rather large map, Omen does tend to dominate among some of the smokes usually picked, as we also see Omen being picked by K9.
See Mix selecting the Reyna. Gorky currently hovering over the Fade.
An interesting switch here as well. We do see Drizzy opting to play Chamber this time as Mix takes up the duelist role with a Reyna pick. Interesting switch. It will be fun to see where that leads.
Seplov hovering over the Harbor.
That's not a pick you see too often.
It looks like 5 seconds to lock. It looks like these will be the comps that will be running on Haven.
The Vandals do opt to keep their lineup the same, aside from ISO's switch to Omen. Mizzou here does seem to be running an almost completely new lineup of agents.
Seplov actually going over to the Sky. So it'll be Vandals defending first. They'll have the Phoenix, Omen, Cypher, Fade, and Gecko, while Mizzou Blue over on the offense opting to the Fade, Reyna, Chamber, Sky, and Omen. So a little bit of composition switch-ups, more so on the side of Mizzou Blue and Vandals. Be interesting to see what this will produce for us.
That goes there.
See what K-Buster decides to do for his Cypher setup on this map. See a cheeky little tripwire there.
Oh, this is a nice.
It looks like he's a solo C man right now with his trips and cameras. Right now, Mizzou Blue
Goes here.
posturing over towards A. I look to peek out in the mid window. We'll see if Intent gets any quick contact. Already spraying. At least these two. Shovel Knight also getting the dog info.
Bring them down.
Intent mulling. I committed as well. Looks like it might be a split A main and sewer push from Mizzou. Ooh, and K-Buster trying to flank, but Jersey catching with Headhunter. Steplov already finding Intent. And Santos are found. And this looks like it's going to be... Ooh, it's going to say Deathless run in the first, but ISO finding his counterpart.
Still a
Just quickly
dominating
found himself.
performance.
Yes. This
Mizzou Blue Not giving a lot to this round. Currently only, there we go. 2 Spectres, 3 Spectres now, 4 Spectres. There's the commit. Vandals, it's only having Marshall. And K9 finding intent early on. Looks like it'd probably be another A hit. And Santoster not expecting sub love above him.
One enemy remaining.
And it's all up to ISO to find something in this round. Damage the economy. Plan coming down. ISO not able to find
Spike planted.
anything so far. Finds one though. TP instantly coming out. Header trying to find him. No scope. Not able to find anything, but Drizzy with the 3K. A solid round again from Mizzou Blue.
Don't know if you guys
Only
caught
losing
that.
one.
Corky was not all that pleased with that shot landed on him.
Not expecting ISO coming out of that smoke. When it
Fantastic
ended.
shot from ISO, though.
But now it's on the side of Mizzou Blue to put a dent in Vandal's rifle economy. Still with 3 Spectres.
This should do.
So a lot of damage can be done for the Vandals.
Blinded.
You know,
Looks
I know
like-
it hurts all my Sentinel mains out there to watch K-Buster go through his whole setup on C just for them not to push through C main.
It's the thought that counts.
Looks like he will get some
Gotta be
value out of this
ready.
camera.
You know if you move away from C, they're gonna somehow know and go over towards them. The flash not clearing K-Buster, and he finds 1 and finds 2.
Finds 2.
Finds 3. Can he get the 4th? Nope. K9 will end his reign of terror,
Spike down.
and now it's up to
C.
Drizzy to find something with the head under.
Now that is a
Gets
true
smoked
Sentinel
up.
player right there. He plays his sight and he plays it well.
It's
Intent
found by
managing to
intent.
finish off the round.
So good round win for the Vandals. Only dropping 1 player, and you're able to get a rifle back. Now we're on rifles and rifles. All teams.
We do also see
players.
K-Buster getting access to his Cypher ultimate. This information could be very useful in these early rounds. Get a few more picks, damage the economy on the opposing side.
See the spike not in anyone's hands yet. They just want
Usually
to.
looking for a mid peak before picking it back
See, he's
up.
not catching Drizzy. Drizzy will just hold this window. Not finding anyone though. And we see as usual, intent trying to take the A main fight. Not able to confirm any kills. Mix. Starting to push up A long. Make sure intent doesn't do any more shenanigans. And it'll look like it'll be an A hit, Mizzou. Ooh, an intent able to jump peek. Mix not able to confirm him.
We do have another contact on C site as well. Siplov and K-Buster spotting each other. Siplov is rotating at the
Ooh.
moment.
And a great pick off. On Santos are opening stuff. Finding Drizzy. Looks like Mizzou Blues just kind of stuck right now on A. They don't know where to go, but we see K9 with the bomb. Looking as like he's going mid doors, but now walking over towards C. 30 seconds left.
I got the spike.
The site commit has to be now. Zeplov flashing. Will it catch anyone? No, it won't. Well, they know that K-Buster is. Oh, and the jump peek. K-Buster still anchored on the site. Zeplov blinded.
Denying the plant.
Blinding 1 K-Buster.
Spike down. C.
And it looks like there will
Neural
not be
theft.
time to get the plant
Ups.
down. As we watch the rest of Mizzou's team flee to save their rifles.
Another good round win
Do we have a tie
for the
game?
Vandals. Only dropping 1 player. They should be able to buy back into this on Sound Toaster, or at least request for money. We see on the side of Mizzou Blue, K9 and Mix able to keep their rifles. Everyone else not able to commit into this round. So gun disadvantage on the side of Mizzou Blue.
This goes here.
Looks like we might be seeing K9 take up a bit of a lurk this round. Oh no, he's rejoining his team on A. I take it back.
Intent. Early Molly. Ooh, gets flashed alongside ISO, but is able to back up. Mix taking a little bit of damage, but getting healed back up instantaneously from Guy. I think Intent finds Mix with a jump peek again. Very useful. Gets the dog. ISO
Mix
holding
looking
the
to push
sewer
out onto
spot.
site.
I think the sound has been there. They won't clear him.
Intent full
Finds
blinded.
2.
One enemy
Finds 3.
remaining. Spike down.
Intent and ISO clean house. Mizzou Blue not clearing ISO out. He's able to find 3. Puts the Vandals in the lead, 3-2.
Yes, this should
And just like you said, as it seems like Mizzou is finally lining up for a C push, K-Buster does go to set some trips down on B.
Oh, this is a nice
We do see him setting up a trip in garage though. Could cause
He's
some
covered C a little bit, but Mizzou Blue just scouting the sites right now. We see Drizzy working his way over towards B. Will you be able to spot the trip before walking to site, though, is the question. Ooh, K-Buster on the other side.
It's like
Could be an
watching a hunter
interesting
next
duel
to a
here.
bear trap.
Drizzy just waiting for someone to cross. Well, K-Buster, he keeps his gun out. Gunfire over towards C. Ooh, and Drizzy's checking left now. K-Buster won't have a sight on them, though. Oh! I think Drizzy knows that K-Buster's here with that
I
ping.
can feel the tension here.
If Drizzy peeks, oh! They just keep on going in and out of each other's line of sight. It's a game of chicken.
Once
Oh,
again,
oh,
no!
30 seconds left.
Oh my god. They just don't see
Intense
each
game
other.
of cat and
But
mouse
they
here.
know they're there.
Fear!
Oh, but the fade all comes out. They're gonna know K-Buster's there.
He pushes through the
Oh,
trip
but
wire!
Drizzy! And the,
It was all
the,
worth
the
it.
Thrash able to detain 2, at least 1. Drizzy
10 seconds
letting Mix. Oh, and Intent just going in. But some trades happening.
See a stronghold. They're gonna be unable to get the plant
On
down.
Toaster getting step off down. And what a weird round.
One enemy remaining.
Intent able to find 2 and ooh,
Oh my.
what a weird round. That's the weirdest, almost a stalemate that I've ever seen. Spike not even being able to get planted. Round ends with
goes
still
here.
2 people alive and able to find 1 on the side of Mizzou Blue. But
goes there.
I mean, that entire round it was just K-Buster and Drizzy peeking in and out, weaving in and out.
I
and
mean-
just not able to find each other until a commit was in from Mizzou Blue and K-Buster. I think just able to find Drizzy.
You know
Almost
what they
out of
say, a
pure luck.
perfect game of chess always ends in a draw. Drizzy decided to push up a little bit, didn't quite go well.
Dropping
Team Mix trying to clear A long.
Corky looking for a mid peak here.
ISO once again jump starting from A site. Mizzou Blue
Vandals
hasn't been
playing
able to punish this
extremely
jump
patient.
peek. Right now it looks like an A hit from
Everyone
Mizzou
playing
Blue.
extremely patient. You can feel the tension. 4 Mizzou members
when will
holding this
Intent
angle,
win it?
looking
No!
for intent.
Misses the tour de force.
Mix
Shot
decides to
not landing,
push
but
up.
is blinded.
Blinded.
But
Intent
ISO
gets
helping
one.
Intent
Looking
out.
for a second. Finds a second before getting traded
Spike
off.
down
But
A.
K9 finding both site players. So they should be able to get the plant. But a good reveal out.
One enemy remaining.
K-Buster they're finding. I think they They should know where Drizzy is. Should be easy. Yep,
Ooh,
easy
Drizzy
pickings.
getting jumped in the back alley there. At some point in a 3v1, you have to consider that bullying.
ISO and Intent have been able to hold this A site well. Intent with those jump peaks from A side, and ISO able to help him out, especially when Intent was Omen blinded.
That goes there.
Mizzou knows they need to change something up here. It looks like they may be opting to push through garage.
Unside Toaster looking for a Dizzy lineup. Not able to find anything. But able to reclaim. You see the Prowler over
Is
from
spotted by
Mizzou
K.
Blue takes out the Cypher trip. We see Shovel Knight clearing. Ooh, and a great jump peek from Unside Toaster to get that info. And will this be a dog getting some aggro? Ooh, but Unsung Toaster.
Jump peak finally punished.
I've got your trail.
Seeker's out. Will be a good to reveal the locations of the Vandals. Spy came out. It's a full commit on C. K-Buster known.
Unable to use
Taken
his
out.
setup. Fully blinded.
Shovel Knight though. Finding the.
Spike planted.
Let's try it out, and
Last
Drizzy finds
player
another.
standing.
And it's just
Unable to
10
get the
who is
pick.
found by K9. And a good round win from Mizzou Blue.
Coming off a hot
Get
streak,
back in it.
though, the Vandals' economy is almost untouched. K-Buster actually decided to buy an op here and hold. Well, I don't know yet. He's quite active. He's quite active in the pre-rounds.
He's got a, you know, he has his setups, you know. But the Cypher op, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a Cypher with an operator before in my life. See how well it works out.
I don't think I've ever seen two ciphers do the same thing. I gotta say.
It could find. Ooh, the flash comes out and gets the info on K-Buster.
Does he know?
Steplov.
Does he know?
Ooh.
He doesn't.
I think K-Buster 26 HP does get the kill, but very weak.
See Corky looking to push up garage here, taking out the trip.
Mizzou Blue already in a huge player deficit. 3v5. So K9 working over towards B with the spike.
Does he know? He knows.
He knows.
Looking to get
Ooh,
out of there now. Ooh.
Ooh, TV's out just in time. That's a backup. Smokes off B. Ooh, and then Santosa getting some contact over towards garage. And able to find him. Good, solid pick. Ooh, K-Buster. Information gained over the side of the Vandals. And nowhere mixes, at least. 30 seconds left.
30
Super Blue
seconds
start.
left.
They need to make a decision on where to go now. Mix holding this B cross. So Intent has to be careful. And it looks like it's going to be a B commit. Shovel Knight is revealed. They know where he is. And Nintendo finding K9. A great blind from Shovel Knight.
One
Ooh,
enemy
not able to find Corky though. 5 seconds left. I don't think the plant can come down in time. And yep, K-Buster wanting to keep the operator.
Now we are going to need to see a change out of Mizzou here if they would like to turn around this attacking half. We are seeing the Vandals getting quite comfortable in their spots, holding A from the same two locations with Intent holding that jump peak, and sorry, my apologies, and ISO just holding down sewers. We will have to see something change from Mizzou here. Maybe different smoke placements, maybe see a few different sky blinds, but something's going to have to change here if they want to turn this half around.
Yeah, not a lot of hard commits over towards B and C, but it looks like they're gonna try something. Jersey, who barely avoids the off shot, and
K-Buster in some danger.
He got bit, but is able to survive still.
Hard commit on
Tripwire's
C.
out, and it's a huge C commit.
Fatal
Knight
looking
finds
to
one.
find some intel. That's 2 down.
Spike down. C.
The C commit not working out right now for
Corky
Mizzou Blue.
pushing up through garage.
Is he finding ISO though?
Intent holding down garage here.
Op finds one. Corky down. Not able to find Jersey though. Misses the op shot.
One enemy
Gets the
remaining.
pistol spray though. Taking up the
Siplov
Phantom
just
though.
looking for a kill here. Try to put even a dent in the Vandals' economy.
Siplov in a really tight situation. Intent and Shovel Knight. Partially for a double play. Looks like Siplov's looking for a flash right
30
now.
seconds left.
Flash not finding anyone though. If he pushes through, K-Buster will find him on the cam.
Intent also holding out a flash.
And the flash play is beautiful. Intent confirming the kill. And 2 rounds remaining before half. And we see ISO. He's got the Odin.
Oh
God.
boy.
The guy
You know,
is
everybody
running.
loves to see this.
And he'll be holding down garage. We'll see if we see the Odin spray come out instantaneous.
Currently
And it
3
might-
players
and it
lined
might
up
cut-
upon his crosshair.
And it might catch Mizzou Blue really off guard. Already, oh, they just avoid
Not getting
the
any
spray.
damage in there.
They avoid the spray. Still ISO though. Still over towards garage. He has to be careful though.
Mix opting to peek mid with a ghost. Now they know the location
Well,
of
they
K-Buster's op.
Well, ISO getting information out of this Drizzy peak. Drizzy though going for the. Ooh, and Drizzy going really weak. Doesn't fall to the Odin though. The spray just continues. ISO has to reload
You have
though.
to be terrified on the other end of that barrel.
Mizzou Blue does have the healer though in the sky, so Drizzy could be healed up.
Ooh,
Oh, and Drizzy finds
no
ISO.
more heals.
No more Odin, but K-Buster still. Ooh, but
Sound
2 go
toaster
down.
down.
And Drizzy trying to picking up the Odin, but not today, son.
30 seconds left.
2v2.
Down B.
Spike is going down.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, and Intent finds K9 with the
Unable
Molly.
to plant.
Molly going out again. The bite comes out. Looks like Mix is able to plant back a sight. It's a 2v1 scenario for the Vandals. Will the eye catch him? I will not catch Mix. Now Intent and Shovel Knight have to work through. Intent does have the flashes.
There it is.
Ooh!
Shovel
Almost
Knight
catches
getting
both
caught in the
now.
crossfire there. Quite unfortunate. Bullets actually
The
going
time.
right around Intent and hitting Shovel Knight instead.
Yeah, the timing was almost there for Mix. And Intent decides to keep the operator and
Last round
fortunately not the
before the
Odin.
switch.
The
Tosses it back to K-Buster.
The disappointment of ISO. Now we're in last round scenario. 8-3 to the Vandals.
We do have a lot of money on the board here still for the Vandals. See if
Yep,
they
and
want to
we
do
see-
anything special.
Ultimates, a lot for both teams.
We are
With the
going to
Phoenix,
see a tour de
Cypher,
force
and
here.
Gecko on the side of Vandals. And yes, the tour de force will come out for Drizzy. Opt out.
Looks like we're going to have an
We
op
see
battle here.
K-Buster. Oh, and the op v op. Drizzy wins out in the
You
end.
do not take on a chamber in an op v op. It's like,
And
you
now
know,
it's the
the
A
whole
commit.
gimmick. Tin looking to get out of there,
Intent
barely.
will barely get out. He does have to run it back for a double life.
Spike
Now, what can
planted.
Vandals do? They do have the Thrash ult, which could be very useful to detain Drizzy and get him off that tour de force. And there we go. Detained! Drizzy detained! Will they be able to find him? They do! Spray's happening, and it's
2 for Unsound Toaster.
One enemy
and a
remaining.
great Dizzy blind. And the
What
Vandals.
a retake.
What a retake. The Thrash ultimate detaining Drizzy, getting on. Can't use that tour de force on Suntoaster. It's a clean picking for him.
Switching
And
sides.
it's the 9-3 half for Emerson College Vandals. But will the 9-3 curse?
Inside joke.
I was gonna say, I feel like this score seems familiar. Well, you cannot count Mizzou out yet. We did see them come back from 4 rounds down, I believe, in the previous match.
Let's do what we do.
For now, Vandals not committing over to one side too much. They're probably just looking to clear a little bit. It's like Unsigned Toaster probably will get this orb. Maybe even bait. Jersey already pre-firing through the smoke. Not able to find any damage though. A lot of Mizzou blue players committed over towards that A and B. Vandals could work their way through C here. They're just playing the patient game. Unsigned Toaster pulling out Dizzy. Pops. Not able to find anyone.
Jersey is all alone on site currently.
Unsigned. Wingman going for the plant. And ISO finding Drizzy. We see Unsigned Toaster picking up that ult orb. With that spike, he'll get another ult orb as well. ISO finding his counterpart as well. Fade Eye being destroyed by Unsigned Toaster. Shovel Knight being found. Dizzy. Finds one. The blind. Intent pushing through. And gets that assist.
Another swing coming from Intent. Just misses the shot.
Ooh, Intent not able to find it. It's a 2-1-2. Simple really weak. Corky. Will they have time though to defuse? And K-Buster perfect.
Suntoaster looking to swing, finds it.
Crossfire. It's a great crossfire setup. Will the spike catch them? Ooh, nope.
Now I'm sure there's
Wouldn't
more
matter
knowledgeable
anymore.
Valorant players out there who could say whether or not the curse still stands if you take the next round. I have no clue personally.
We'll see. We'll have to see.
If I was experiencing the 9-3 curse, I think if I was in that position, I would simply just win. So, not
Simply
quite
win.
sure how it works.
Just that easy. Just that easy. And we see another commit on the side of Mizzou Blue. Almost all stingers. And we saw it work last time on Fracture for them. Well, let's see if it works again. It's a B posture for the Vandals. Look at the eye. Flash though. No damage or kills found inside of Mizzou Blue. But ISO able to find Jersey already. Well, they expect mix. They don't. ISO doesn't expect him, but Unsigned Toaster getting their revenge.
It's like
Little
K-Buster
weapon
maybe
trades
looking to
here and
lurk.
there.
I do see K-Buster opting to lurk mid.
posturing. Yeah, let's see.
Oh, this situation seems familiar, K-Buster.
Ooh. He's gonna push through it. And Corky
Manages to
doesn't
get the
know.
flank.
Corky does not know.
This could be huge.
Corky backs up right into him. Oh, K-Buster. Almost missing a little bit.
K9 now coming through B.
Spike planted.
Let this would be done and dusted to the side of the Vandals. K-Buster. Making sure there's no one on that lurk. And does have the cam. Does K9 know about the cam though?
Oh, they made eye
Found,
contact.
though. Spray coming through the smoke. K-Buster has 0 bullets left, unfortunately. Try to spray through the ghost. And Shovel Knight peeks through the smoke and finds K9.
What can you do? What can you do in that situation?
And now we see that large commit on the side. Mizzou Blue not paying off. And they're once again forced into a somewhat of an eco. 2 Spectres and a Judge currently. And the economy of the Vandals isn't great as well. Not able to buy full rifles. We see a Phantom, a Bulldog, 2 Spectres. But still a possible round win on the side of Mizzou Blue. A lot of Mizzou blue players committed over towards A and B, sorry, and already 3 found.
Early picks.
But Shovel Knight finding 1. Ooh, and Shovel Knight, the last one alive. Crossfire finds another one, but a a quick and easy round win for Mizzou Blue. That heavy B aggression pays off.
In that situation, even a singular pick is good. I mean, looking at Mizzou's economy there, any pick was going to send a player pretty far down. It looks like they are going to be forcing full shields here. K9 opting for a Judge and Corky a Bulldog. Gonna see how this one goes.
Yeah. Vandal's able to full commit, so gun disadvantage on the side of Mizzou Blue. They do have the Reyna ult though. On Santos, it does have the Thrash as well. Coming up. A main being destroyed there quickly. See Vandals pushing through sewer, clearing it with the Prowler. Not able to find anyone. Again, this time the Prowler finds but gets destroyed.
See if we see a Gecko come out here.
There we go. We'll be able to find anyone.
Finds
Gets
one.
Detained. And 3
Three
easy
down.
pickoffs.
Wingman's gonna plant spike. One enemy remaining.
4th. This is gonna be a
K-Busters
clean
lurk coming
round.
through again. We've seen this situation before.
Will K9 commits? Will he keep his rifle? And we'll even see K-Buster.
Finds
He
him.
does, but K-Buster
3K for
wins
K-Buster.
And 12-4 for the side of the Vandals. Will Mizzou Blue have the ability to pull off the 9-3 curse?
See, okay, no, chat was just yelling at me for that. I've been getting some angry messages about bringing that up. So I was about to say I could talk about it, but I'm not gonna. So this one's on you.
Alright,
This one's
I
on
got-
you,
I-
man.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You brought this upon yourself.
I'll take responsibility. We do see Jersey with the op. Botched over towards C. And we see K9 already moving through. Will they see ISO holding this corner? Ooh, and ISO could find a lot here. Finds one. Doesn't find K9 though. And Sephiroth finds some Sound Toaster.
Down mid.
And already 2v4 scenario for the Vandals. Ooh, intense. Believe expect mitts.
Last player standing.
Nope.
Near death encounter for Shovel Knight there.
Down A. I'll find you.
What will Shovel Knight decide
And
to
do
do?
they know?
Good find. 1v3. Ooh, this dog could clear the op. Gets him down! Has to reload. Now, does he go for this? It's a 1v2 scenario.
Just taking
Does he
the
have the
op out
confidence?
is a big win in this scenario.
He could decide. Is he gonna guard the op? He could guard the op. I think that's my.
30
What is
seconds
he
left.
taking the op all the way over towards C,
Get rid of it.
Throwing-
Throw that bad
throwing
boy
away
away.
the
Who
garage.
needs it?
and with 20 seconds left, it'll probably look like he'll just look to save the rifle.
Bring them down.
He'll start making his way over towards the player. 2, but I'd be very surprised
Seconds left.
if he can find. Ooh,
He knows. He knows. He's out of there.
A much needed round win on the side of Mizzou Blue, but they do not keep the operator. Very well played from Shovel Knight.
No charges.
Oh, but he keeps it.
Oh, we're.
Ooh. Hey, Buster.
I looked away
Picking
from the
up the
screen
off-
for 1 second, and suddenly there's an op in this man's hands.
Shovel Knight deciding to pick it up and give it to K-Buster.
Okay.
See? We'll see
Chat,
what
I don't
Mizzou
know why
Blue-
I'm getting yelled at. I didn't do it this time.
You know, it's the one who's streaming, you know.
It was not my fault this time.
Clueless.
I'm gonna pull up a rather unpopular
Blue.
opinion and just say, you know, Twitch chat might not be right, and K-Buster is gonna get this pick with the op. He is not peaked.
Watching this spot.
These situations with the op watching angle always feel so very
The
tense.
Corky jump peek. Not working out. K9 making intense. Run it back. Not worth too much, but already 2 found. Drizzy is found with his own operator. That must hurt. And this side is locked down. Ooh, Mix though, finding on some
Reyna ult coming into play here.
Corky finds us. Oh, this. And they're working their way back. The op shot missing.
Missed shot.
Is revealed.
Oh, but
Finds
never
one, though.
twice for K-Buster. He finds the next one.
Ooh, the ISO. The aim not working out. Op finding one. And it's K-Buster versus Mix. Oh,
And he
K-Buster
finds it.
with the donated op. Finds Mix.
Absolutely dominating performance from the Vandals there.
And we're going to map 3. And K-Buster ending us off with the donated operator from Drizzy.
You know, what a shock, I have to say, that Twitch chat had an incorrect opinion.
Twitch chat wrong.
I don't know who could ever see that one coming. Says the silver Valorant player.
It looks like our decider map will be Ascent. It's like right now Vandals might still be on the starting off on the defense, but we'll have to see. And what a back and forth. We thought Fracture was gonna be an easy one for the Vandals, but it was instead gonna be Haven. K-Buster really showing the Cypher plays, especially with the op. You never expect a Cypher op, but K-Buster pulling it out, both on defense and offense.
I don't know about you, man. I'm feeling a little nervous.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
feeling a little nervous for both teams. I gotta feel butterflies in the stomach. I'm not even playing, man. I can't imagine this pressure. Well, I can, but I'd choose not to because I don't want to be put in that situation. Really making us wait here.
Yeah.
Feel all
Tension
the nerves
rising.
building up. Viewers, lend your power to your respective team in this trying time. As a caster, I don't believe I'm allowed to say which one is my respective team. I'm unsure.
I think Twitch chat knows. No.
I think it's unspoken, but you know, I'll keep my mouth shut just in
yeah.
case.
Like, Vandals are ready. Waiting on Mizzou Blue. Vandals will now, unfortunately, have to find their top map, as they've been dethroned on Fracture. Too bad, no more undefeated TikToks on the Emerson Esports TikTok page.
Well, I think their top map might just be Valorant itself.
That is true.
Seeing as if they take this last game, they will be on top of their conference.
Some maps still in the lot. Oh. Yeah.
That must hurt. Getting your position
Yeah.
questioned right there, Spades.
How dare they? They don't know how much info I can provide as a non-ranked player.
They don't know about the legendary Valorant caster, 5 of Spades.
My reputation to send waves across the Valorant community.
All right, while we wait, chat. Why don't you give some love to your favorite players out there? I see somebody cheering on Father Mix. Seen a lot of love for Well, see, I only know gamer tags as my character allows, but somebody along the possible name of Jackson I've been seeing a lot of. Oh, give Shovel Knight your energy. Okay, there we go. There we go. I recognize that one. That's a name I know. Love to see the school spirit on both ends here. And looks like we're gonna be good to go. Wait. Are we missing a player?
Wait, we got impromptu
Shiplov,
coach.
Shiplov coaching.
Impromptu coach. Oh, but moving back, unfortunately.
All right, I don't know if I can handle the anticipation any longer. Come on, come on.
We are ready in a moment. Ooh,
It looks like we are waiting on
moment.
K9, I believe. It does say
moment.
he's still in game.
Maybe just warming up his aim again. Curious to see if we see any agent changes on the side of either teams. We have already seen a lot of staple characters throughout the 2 maps we've already played, both on the side of Gecko, I believe Fade. Looks like Mizzou Blue is ready.
And I don't know about you, but oh boy, I cannot wait.
And this is also, we'll see, hoping to see some more offs. We can also probably see some more Odin play on ISO. And here we go, agent select in.
Shiplov back to
Already set
KO.
Back to KO. You see Corky posturing over towards the Brimstone. Intent. You really going Euro? Don't fake me out. Better not. We see K9 over on the Killjoy right now. Drizzy on the Jet. ISO's already locked in on the Omen. Mix hovering over the Reyna right now. Shovel Knight confirmed on the Fade. Intent confirmed on the Phoenix. And the Sun Toaster confirmed on Gecko. I would assume K-Buster will probably be sticking with the Cypher as he has these past maps.
Now the Cypher, I gotta say, the Cypher's pretty hype. It's been exciting seeing those Cypher plays.
Yeah. A little bit of a niche character, but K-Buster is able to utilize him well. The Tripwire is very useful in certain situations.
I do have to say that Omen does have the potential to dominate on Ascent, though. So we could be looking at quite the performance from birthday buff himself, ISO here.
10 seconds left. Mix and Drizzy confirmed. And Corky is now confirmed. And we are agent select set. We see the Vandal starting off on defense. The Phoenix, Omen, Cypher, Fade, and Gecko. While Mizzou Blue on the attack. Reyna, Jet, Killjoy, Brimstone, and KO. And here we go.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. It's tense in here.
K-Buster thankfully doesn't have to deal with 3 sites, so hopefully his utility will be used every now and then. We see, as from the last map, Intent and ISO playing together on A site, while everyone else plays over towards B and mid.
That's your favorite duo right there.
Now, right now we see a lot of Mizzou Blue postured over towards A. Knife catches ISO. Utility down for 5 seconds. Mizzou Blue choosing not to push this. And already ISO.
Strong entry onto site.
Will he push through the door? He won't. But Intent finds Drizzy. Great opening. Door's closed, but it will be broken promptly. As this Brimstone smoke goes down, ISO breaks the door. Is already smoked off again. Intent looking for a Molly lineup. Throws it out. A lot of gunfights happening. Trade.
Quite the skirmish in that Cypher
Intent
cage.
finding the 2v1 on the side of Vandals. Intent
Intent looking for the half.
doesn't get the half, but does find K9 just in the nick of time.
All right. And for those of you who are just tuning in, we are in. This is a best of 3. I'm clarifying before I go any further than this. This is a best of 3.
Yep.
We're in the final match of this series, tied 1-1. Vandals taking the pistol round for an early lead, 1-0, looking for a second round here. Last time we saw this situation, Mizzou did force a bye to get an early round, catching the Vandals off guard. It doesn't look like we will be seeing that this game.
We see the Ares on the side of ISO and K-Buster.
ISO jumping into the KO knife on accident. And it looks like we will be seeing a B push here.
Ooh. Cam spots, tags one. Does good. Oh, not picked out though. Ares spray. Not finding anything yet. K-Buster second away from being able to use his cam again. Let it spray through the smoke, not finding anyone. Cam up.
And we do see Seeplov lurking on A site here, drawing the attention of Intent and ISO. Drizzy pushing up through tree here, looking for a pick. Will he catch ISO off guard?
Ooh, camera gets destroyed before K-Buster can retrieve it.
ISO pulling up his smokes. Unfortunate timing.
And this could be an A rotate, and it looks like it is. Intent's the only one to hold it, and he decides to give it up right now. But Intent does find the bluff. Plant does come down. Then breaking that window.
Spike planted.
We see a lot of Mizzou blue push over towards tree. And Vix. Will K-Buster clear? Will he know? Dog not clearing. Finds one. Traded instantly though. K9 finds Shovel Knight.
Sound
2v2.
toasted with the Guardian.
Ooh. And this could be a good spike
For
defuse.
the Wingman defuse.
Wingman. Oh,
They're gonna get it.
Intent finding 3.
Quite the performance from Intent so far. Believe that's 2 3Ks for him already on the board.
Yeah, 6 kills already. 0 deaths. But it's still a pretty decent dent. The Vandals' economy. Mizzou Blue able to find 3. Now they commit to the rifle buy.
Looks like
Vandals.
Unsound Toaster's going for an early mid peak with the Guardian. Don't believe anybody's going to be there to match him. It looks
Great
like
long
we're
range
going
weapon.
To be seeing a strong B push so far.
Ooh, Unsound Toaster just peeking out before. Ooh, but he does find gets a little bit of the hit. Gets some tags on Sepulveda, but not able to take him down. Drizzy is found. Yeah.
So unable to hold with the shorty.
Now we see a large, and a great flash. A lot of damage, but no confirmed kills on the Intent side. And backs up. So both Sepulveda and Mix taken weak.
A full sight hold here.
Planted.
Gonna be a tough retake for the Vandals.
They can just find some of these weak players. It'll be a round worth. Even if they lose it out. Flash coming out. Clearing out tree. Garden. Breaking door on.
Grabbing hold of Drizzy.
It's just spray and pray right now. Of course, you find a K-Buster.
K-Buster unable to get in.
Somebody finding Drizzy. Almost finds. Who was that? Probably was K9, but.
It sure was one of them, I'll tell you that much.
Overall, solid round. That's on Mizzou Blue. Only losing one. And keeping some of their very weak players alive. And now we go to full buys on both sides. Intent does have to run it back. But K9 does have that lockdown. And Corky has the orbital strike for post plant if needed. Shovel Knight's not finding anything. We see a triple A hold over by Vandals. And already Drizzy going down from the double peek from Shovel Knight on Suntoast. Smoke to secure. Blue going through mid, looking for a double hit over 3. 2 from Garden and 2 from main. Cam going down.
Spotted.
Will they clear ISO holding this Garden angle though? Mix, will they clear? Ooh, ISO generally able to escape and doesn't find Mix. Mix is able to re-heal. Okay, so find Corky. No more orbital strike from post plant.
30 seconds left.
And Shovel Knight finding Mix over towards Garden.
Cage triggered.
20 seconds left.
Okay, Buster looking to reposition here.
Ooh, some
Get
great
some
damage over
damage.
to Shuttle.
Here. Here.
14 seconds left. Has to be now or never.
One enemy remaining.
K-Buster just pushing
Pushing
through
through the
NS4.
nade.
And a solid round for the Vandals.
One of the great mindset switches that you'll see these top players, these higher level players have, is using your health as a resource rather than simply keeping you alive. And you see that mindset coming out from K-Buster there, using his health as a resource to get through that nade there, get a angle that K9 was not expecting there, managing to take that pick there. Great play from K-Buster,
Yes, this should do.
and leads to a round take for the Vandals.
So Mizzou Blue able to commit a lot of rifles into this. Drizzy
Going fast up mid,
just with the sidearm.
taken by the
Tripwire triggered.
Nobody's there to play off of it, but it has scared Drizzy off.
So I'm just holding the defender spawn right now. Doesn't want to make sure anyone pushes through.
And it looks like that one tripwire has stopped an entire mid push. Great value out of that utility.
Another tag on the cam.
Camera taken out.
Cam finally destroyed. And now we see Drizzy and Mix starting to push through. Nade will catch Shovel Knight. The abilities for the next 5 seconds. Will Mix challenge Shovel Knight, though, is the question. Kaiba though finding Drizzy.
Mix managing to get into defender spawn. Shovel Knight watching it.
He is intent with the crossfire as well with Shovel Knight. Eye going down. Well, Mark. That's a
30 seconds
huge
left.
miss by Shovel Knight. Nick just waiting. Confirmed. Ooh. Is able to get out. Will the C's catch him? No, it won't. So
Well,
Shovel Knight
managing to get the plant down.
and Mix able to find Shovel Knight. Oh, the flash comes out though, but Mix able to just use cover, but Unsound Toaster confirms the kill. 2 on 2. The KO.
Not in time to disable to run it back.
Yeah. And he will just clear.
Look for that intel.
There we go. They must know Corky's hiding in hell.
Fortunately,
Spray's
shooting
going
the
in
wrong
for hell.
corner.
Let's see if the Drizzy drops. I think the Drizzy does find him.
And what a take by
1v1.
Intent there. Looking for the molly to hold him off. Manages to
Oh,
get the
the
frag.
gets the-
Oh, and the brim
the-
molly lands.
the
Denies the
brim molly.
defuse.
What a play.
And Intent's just going to take that one.
What a great molly coming out from Corky. Stopping the defuse. Now it's a 1-round game. Vandals up 3-2 right now. We see Vandals not able to fully bind to this. We see some sidearms, Stinger on the side of Shovel Knight.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
And this could be a fast A hit on the side of Mizzou Blue.
Get out of my way.
We see the knives come out from Drizzy. Looking for that updraft. Will he find anyone? Intent not peeking out.
Should run. Block in sight, block in sight.
And it's the attacker's Killjoy ult as well. But already Intent
Denies
finding
Drizzy's ult.
he's
Unsound
able to get
Toaster
out.
going for a big flank here. Along with K-Buster. K-Buster just opting out.
Placing swarm grenade.
We do see the plan come out.
This flank is being watched by a Killjoy turret here.
Oh, and the flank is, I believe, revealed by the Killjoy turret. Did he know the clear? Will he know where K9 is? I believe they might know where K9 is. They don't clear him though.
They don't clear!
One enemy
Corky,
remaining.
it's a 1v1.
Player standing.
Not a lot of time
ISO does
left.
have access to smokes here.
Taps. And K9 will have to peek this. Ooh, but he knows he's not tapping. Oh!
Unable to
K9
find
with
it.
The 4K. A very close round. Mizzou Blue able to equalize.
They do, however, burn through 2 ultimates for that round win.
And it was a
And
very
4
clean round
lives.
win.
High cost there.
Vandal's able to fully commit to this round. Mizzou Blue might be at a little bit of a gun disadvantage. We do see 4 rifles. They're trying to see if they can get Sepulov one, but it might not be. They are able to get one.
So we're going to see another fast push. K-Buster
Whoever
looking
wins
to hold
this
with
round,
his
the other
setup.
team. Ooh, and
Now, cage three.
Drizzy goes down to 1 HP already. And K-Buster
Take him
confirms the
down.
kill.
Caught one.
Praying and praying through smokes right now, but it looks like the plant will go down. K-Buster though, finding Sepulov.
Planted. One enemy
3K for
It's already-
K-Buster.
K9, 1 HP. Vandal's just looking for him. Flash goes out, and Intent confirms the kill.
We saw it last game. We're seeing it this game again. Just the absolute power that you have when a Sentinel gets to play their game. Playing straight into K-Buster's setup there. He manages to get a 3K. Denies almost all their utility coming in. Just overall great defensive round from the Vandals and K-Buster especially.
I'm a Mizzou Blue. But onto an eco round. One of the Vandals able to
That goes
buy
there.
all they want. ISO though, light shields.
Yes, this should do.
It's only sidearms for the side of Mizzou Blue.
Looks like Mizzou is going to go for some default pushes here.
Here.
If Intent knows and doesn't get caught by it. Orb is grabbed by Sepulov. Nade, or Flash I would say, not finding anyone. And already on Suntoaster, finding that opening on Drizzy.
Looking for a second here.
Gun here.
Swats out the classic. Will he grab it?
I believe Corky already grabbed the Deagle off of the body. As we
Team
see,
mixed.
the attacking team basically just switched sides there. Completely Ziplov coming off of A over to B as the rest of his team rotates.
Knife. Throwing out mid cubby. An A tree. The smoke already coming out. We'll do a turret
Alright, so
action.
not finding much luck on that peak.
And we're almost down to 30 seconds. Mizzou Blue.
Entire team holding mid.
30 seconds left.
Mix picking up the spike. ISO's a little bit weak here. So pushing through mid market. But they're gonna have to deal with the crossfire of Unsigned Toaster and Shovel Knight. And Shovel Knight finds the contact.
Looking for the
Praying,
dizzy blind.
finds Sepulov.
Gets two.
The Drizzy.
Enemy remaining.
Wall
a
bang.
huge dizzy
3K for
blind.
Unsound Toaster there.
10 seconds left.
And K9 is left alone. Defender spawn. Manages to find
Finds
intent.
Ultimate is ready.
Will they find on Santos? Nope. Gets backstabbed by K-Buster.
That cannot feel good for intent there, I gotta say. That was unfortunate. End around, death to a lurker. But you know, I'm sure he can just brush that one off. He is 13-3. He's probably still feeling pretty all right. Mentality is a huge part of this game, seen as, you know, we've been here a while. We've been here about roughly 2 hours. These games take a long time. If you're not in a good mental space playing, you're not gonna make it.
Let me see what could be another A commit on the side of Mizzou Blue. K-Buster and
Buster
Intento
line and wait.
holding the site. Finds Jersey, gets the tag. I don't believe Cam is destroyed. Yep, Cam is not.
Cam is now destroyed.
Now destroyed. No more sites.
They double teamed a poor camera.
Intent, mauling off main. Now K-Buster hides in hell. Orb is grabbed.
You have to be scared of this site now. You know Cypher's waiting. You saw what the setup did to you last time. You're scared to push out here.
You should run.
And that's the killjoy event. But it won't cast K-Buster. He's safe enough. But he's detained. Will they clear him out from hell? 5 seconds left on both the detain and the killjoy ult. And it's spray. K-Buster finds one, finds two! And is able to get out. 40 HP.
Dizzy blind catch
out.
another intent.
Finds
Gets to run
three.
it back.
Has to reload though.
Remaining.
Trades and trades.
Down A.
The run it back ends. Not able to find the info or towards the mix. 15 seconds left. Still time to plant. Door destroyed, so they know where mix is.
10 seconds left.
Intento.
He has to plant here.
I think the flash confirms, but he misses out. 3 seconds left.
Player standing.
There's no time to plant. The round will go over to Vandals. Very messy round. Vandals winning on the end. Ooh, and
Good exit kill.
finding the exit kill. Now it's going to be an eco on the side of Mizzou Blue. And we see K-Buster. It's the Cypher operator.
And this is a very rough place for Mizzou here. After those last few rounds, you gotta be scared of A site, but the Vandals know it. Do you want to play into their hand? Do you think they know how much you're thinking about this? A lot of mind games could be going on right now.
K-Buster suppressed. Step off. We'll pick up the orb. And we'll get the null command ultimates. Blast out. And Shovel Knight already finding Grizzy.
I got you, I got you.
Prowler to clear lane. Not fine.
Doesn't
Doesn't
spot.
find anyone though.
Do see
Constant straight for
Sifloff
ISO.
pushing up mid. ISO does know he's there.
It's a smoke on a smoke. And ISO moving over to
Gotta
Pizza.
really make sure
Well,
they
he
can't see.
Caught up by the knife. No abilities for 5 seconds.
Looks like Mizzou is just waiting for the Vandals to get too aggressive here. Finally pushing out. Denied ult.
The Empress instantly taken out.
K9 is blinded here. Forced to wait
Corky
back on the
found
push.
by ISO.
Forced out of the smoke.
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
And a flawless round on the
Quite
side of
the
Vandals.
round.
Interesting decision to commit the Empress, the side of Mizzou Blue, but I won't question them.
I gotta say, I think some of these players might know just a bit more than we do.
Okay, Buster,
There's a
keep
reason
with
they're the
op-
ones out there.
Yeah. Okay, Buster, again, we'll peek from this mid cubby. Gets sniped again, but does not care whatsoever. And will he find these trees? Finds one.
Finds one.
Doesn't get the collat. It looked close. But Drizzy instantly responding, finding Unsound Toaster. And Sephiroth alting
Drizzy pushing up
a little bit of
aggressive
ways
into B
away.
here. Closes door. Sephiroth looking for contact in mid.
Does find ISO.
Okay, Buster missing the shot. Decides
Null
to
command is
retreat.
over though. It looks like it will be
Interesting
hit.
change. They rotate off of B.
K9 and Corky moving over towards the main. But will they expect K-Buster in this fortified position? There's no way he gets out of this, so it's do or die for him. And he's just holding this lane. K9 walking in. Gets found. Cam to distract. Oh, and
Oh,
they're gonna
boy.
ult him out. Oh, that feels personal. They do not want that off to do any more
30
damage.
seconds left.
So
Now you gotta be scared. They could get that off.
They decide to push. Spike comes through. Ooh, intent. Not winning out too much in that gunfight. Jump peeks.
Spike planted.
Psychs out.
They do
Still
have
Let's
some
get the
important
healing.
info now, though. They do know they did not pick up the op after that.
Shovel Knight does have the eye. Waiting to use. Intent's like, I want that now.
Intent flashing himself.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh, they know where Sublove is. This has to be quick though. Spike is close.
Last player standing.
Didn't get the half.
Ooh.
Believe he
And
will
they
have
get
time anyway.
Yeah. I think Shovel Knight should have time to even pick up the op. Let's see.
Get that knife
Bring out
out.
the
Let's see
knife.
the run.
Yep, there we
there it
go.
is. I wonder who this will go to.
In the half.
I'm not saying anything. Nope, mouth is shut.
And K Buster picks it up.
Now we see also Mizzou Blue not able to commit fully to this. We see 2 bulldogs, but rifles for everyone else.
Last round of the half, they will be going all out.
We see the Vandals with a plethora of alts. K-Buster, Shovel Knight, and Unsun Toaster all have their alts.
You know, it compliments
It's
to you,
only
man.
Jersey that's
Plethora,
close
that's
to
a
there.
that's a really good word. Don't hear that one too often anymore.
And there we go. Thrash is out. Instantly
Doesn't
destroyed. I
quite
don't
get
think
the
anyone was
detain.
detained. And they know. They want to make sure Unsound Toaster can't pick that up again.
Jersey looking to get into tree here. Does ISO know?
Just destroy door.
Finds him.
And Unsound Toaster, knowing that he won't be able to pick up Thrash. Ready with the Drizzy though. Drizzy. Looks like Mizzou Blue working their way out of A right now. They do leave mix. See if anyone decides to push up on the side of Vandals, but no one does. We see K-Buster in mid link, really pushed up. Finds one, Spike already down.
Spike down B.
Shovel Knight to cover if needed.
Looks like Corky was able to grab the spike. Fake flash.
Oh!
Doesn't work.
The double all commit.
30 seconds left.
Neural theft, sorry, is used. K-Buster will have a shooting range here.
One enemy
Finds the
remaining.
third. One bullet
Unfazed
left,
by the flash.
Flawless.
and it's a flawless last round of defense for the Vandals. They must be feeling amazing going into their offensive round. 9-3 at half. Not saying anything. Lips are sealed. Chat, you can say all you want.
That's crazy because I don't even know what the score is.
Me neither.
That's insane.
9-3. Oh my god.
If anybody knows the score, like you tell me. It's
Yeah,
beyond me.
yeah.
This isn't knowledge that I would have. It might be beyond human comprehension. I don't know. That's just a personal take.
We don't do numbers at Emerson. You know that. Knife catching out. Shovel Knight.
So we're gonna see the door closed early.
Closed and instantly broken. making sure Vandals can't use any of the doors. And Mix opening us up, finding K-Buster. Ooh, and the jump peek. Worked for K9, but not for
Drizzy
Drizzy.
down.
Until I already find Corky.
Drizzy disconnecting.
Oh no, the K9 finds two.
I don't know what we do about that one. Oh.
Spike down mid.
A huge flash. Stuff off with the reflash. And 10 half. Will the knife catch? The knife does catch. And stuff
He's
off
still gone.
and Mix trying to work their way. They do have spike. Intent. What can you do? Zeploff does find intent.
Is there something we do in this situation?
We pray delete.
Drizzy's gone.
Drizzy, no.
Okay, they're pausing the match timer. I'm gonna trust they have that under control. Oh, his game crash. His game crash. Okay.
It happens.
Imagine getting headshot so hard your entire game shuts down. What an
Yeah.
experience. Alright. We're back underway.
Drizzy's back. The headshot damage has been repaired.
Came back from the brain surgery. Removed the bullet.
He's all good. He's all good.
We might be seeing some early contact mid here. Zeploff decides to peek.
Block with a knife. Doesn't find anyone. Well disciplined from the Vandals. Now Mix. We're gonna need contact.
Feel some tension here.
Peeking in and out. Once there's 0 players, next there'll be like 3. We'll see. Oh.
Unsound
Ooh.
Toaster looking to peek. Someone's gonna do it. Oh.
Oh. Mixing.
And we're gone.
Yeah. Not challenging 4 players. The discipline is there.
Cover going out. Cover going out.
See the KO Molly. Denying Vandals the quick entryway.
Are we seeing a rotate
We see the
here?
instant rotation.
K-Buster managing to push up mid, finds
Ooh.
one, makes contact.
He's a little
In a
bit
bit of a
trapped
tight
right now.
situation.
Oh, but he could. He works his.
Ooh,
Oh,
unable to find the kill.
Porky able to find him.
Grabbing orb. Looking for a
Does he
kill here
out?
to get run it back.
Anyone. K9 must know that this is a full B push. Going down lane. Along but out. Corky finding out though. This is a lot of damage. K9 finds Shovel Knight.
That Killjoy setup is brutal.
And it's flawless. Oh, they get the plant down though. A little bit of money on the side of Vandals. And a little bit weird. Okay. Plant did go down. They didn't have to defuse. Might just be a gecko bug. But now we see the full block coming out from the Vandals. Not a lot of damage done to the side. Mizzou Blue, they're able to keep a lot of their Spectres. And Drizzy is able to keep his Vandal.
Looks like we might be seeing a heavy push down B here.
K9 already retreating. He is anchoring the site though.
Does have run it back.
Well, they clear K9 though. There's the run it back.
Is he gonna find Killjoy?
He does.
That's gonna open up a lot of space for the Vandals
Run
here.
it back.
No more
Now
Killjoy
out.
utility on site.
Ooh, it's K-Buster. Nope, Drizzy's not going for the flank. Making up, but on Sanchez already find Corky.
3v5
Drizzy
situation
seeing-
here.
And in 10 finding a mix.
One enemy remaining.
Drizzy's the only one
3K
remaining.
for
Already
intent.
through. That's why
Intent
one
goes
finds two,
down.
But Shovel Knight cleaning house and buries Drizzy in the ground.
Some much needed momentum back on the side of the Vandals after that win. Let's see what they have planned next. That is probably the fastest push we've seen from them so far. Let's see if they keep that type of aggression up. Opt played a bit slower.
And very well executed with the running back. Catching out K9 in that anchor position.
It looks like we are going to see the K-Buster lurk. It's going to make some early contact here with Drizzy.
Not able to find him though. K-Buster down.
Seen some real aggression here.
And this is just an absolute shooting fest. Flanks upon
Spike
flanks.
down mid.
Spikes down, but Isaac can grab. And after that, gunfight, it's a 2v3 for the Vandals.
Vandals walking out of
Oh,
there,
and the
heading
flank.
home.
Ooh,
The
but
pain of the
ISO
loss heavy in their hearts still.
able to find one. 1v2 scenario. Still winnable. If ISO can get through mid into A. Oh, finds Corky though. Cover going out. Oh, it's gonna be a
Fake teleport.
fake TP going into his own smoke.
Double smoked up.
And this does draw Corky back. Ooh, but the alarm bot
Uh-oh. Tough situation now.
stuck at mid, trying to see if Corky's still lurking
30
around,
seconds left.
or if K9. We see Corky moving back over towards B. So now
ISO is running low on bullets.
ISO has to run over towards A.
He's going to get out of there in
Should
time.
have
We'll
time
get down the
to
plant.
and shouldn't be contested here.
10 seconds
Smoke to clear. It's the
Corky is
plant.
moving over.
left. Spike planted.
And now we'll have to see
K9 picks up all their
what
utility.
K9 and Corky can do. ISO playing a little bit on the open now, but may settle into hell. But no. He might use this smoke and go for risky play. As this could catch both of them. It doesn't though. K9 alerts to his presence. And makes this a 4-round game. Vandals 10-6 in the lead.
Placing sentry.
In other news, I just had a fantastic crack in my back.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Glad I didn't hear that.
That's a great question. I should have done that.
Oh, please don't.
We will see an eco round coming out for the Vandals here. Shovel Knight opting for the Sheriff. Oh, he puts it away. Oh, it's back out.
Brings it back. You see intent with the Bulldog, so could do some work on that.
Camera down
Yeah, but they're
early.
trying to... Gets the contact with the jump
Mix
feed.
and Drizzy have been playing on the aggression.
And Kincaid. Ooh. Yeah, but doesn't find anything from top
And
down.
he's out of there. I don't blame
At
you,
least-
man. I wouldn't want to be in that situation either.
Spectre versus rifles. Not a great. And we already see, ooh. The Killjoy turret fighting that
ISO
contact.
smoking off the Killjoy turret, I believe.
Flashes out. Won't find K9 though. K9
K9 is Boathouse. Watch out.
Oh, the flash doesn't catch him again. And that
Spike
great
down,
2
B.
picks. Ooh. I think
And
Intent
spike
saw
down
Corky
on
cross
site.
though. But Corky is able to find K-Buster.
Last player standing.
And now it's just Intent anchored on this B site. What can he do? Finds one with 11 HP already. And not able to find anyone else. Pinch down.
I'll outshine all their radius.
This looks to be a full rifle buy from everyone. Yep. Vandals really need to win this round. So if they lose, they'll be put it to another eco. Mizzou Blue lose, they should be able to bind to the next round. Sepulov is a little bit weak on his credits. His teammates should be able to buy him. We see a lot of mid aggression already from Vandals.
K-Buster lurking around, looking to catch
Ooh, and
Drizzy
then-
here. Finds it.
We see but the Wingman and Dizzy used to clear out
I
Corky.
know exactly where
There's my buddy.
Roll Def used on the side of the Vandals, and they now know where everyone's playing. Now they have a decision to make. They go A or B. Okay, Buster, traded out by Mitt.
Oh yeah, monster
This
on the
is
loose.
a scary situation. Everybody playing tight
And they
together.
do find
Corky
Corky.
has al-
They,
Corky
they find
detained
him.
though.
They did confirm. Good to confirm the kill. But presence detected. It looks like they
Siplov.
won't try to pick up.
Scary
That's
spot
rash
for
again.
Siplov there.
Intent lurking on the defender side spawn. And they find the anchor, K9.
Enemy
Ooh,
remaining.
Intent! Able to get away and find Siplov. Watch out, don't damage your own teammates.
Now, if I'm Mix here, I'm looking to control the pace here. I'm trying to get an early pick. Scramble the defense a little bit.
Defense will
Well-
not be scrambled though.
It's hard when all three of them are holding that angle. Gotta say, like, unlucky, man. Unlucky.
hurt me. It's mine, and I will kill to defend it.
A much needed round win for the Vandals. Mizzou Blue should be able to buy into this round though. They got the credits. So it's just rifles right now. It's like Drizzy will save and probably go with the Blade Storm here. As that is popped.
Trying to get the early pick
Over
on
towards
K-Buster.
You're dead.
Doesn't see
K-Buster
him,
knows.
K-Buster, just out of sight.
Hides through.
But Intent. The running back being found by Mitts.
And they
Oh, and
rotate
Drizzy
out.
almost found by ISO. And look what Mizzou Blue holding this B side down hard.
ISO with the
Well, they get some
mid-lurk.
rotations over towards A, but that player
Looking for the wingman plant.
Corky will not hold down A.
Gets it
The
down.
plant goes down.
ISO with
Now we
the
see
mid-lurk. Looking to
Corky
push up
throwing
through
out the
tree
to
here.
me. And we see the defender's killjoy all used. ISO though
Finds
finding
Mix.
Mix. And just pure chaos right now. Shovel Knight looking
Good
to
flick
get
on
the
K9.
Drizzy though with the knives finds. And 0 players detained. 3 on 2. Ooh, and Corky can be found. Is able to survive, but K-Buster confirms him. And K-Buster finds Drizzy.
And
we
we
are on
have
match
match
point.
point.
Match point.
Mizzou
What an
Blue
exciting game.
able to buy a little bit, but maybe not everyone can buy the rifles. It looks like Miz is on the Spectre and Siplov.
This is a
On the
tough
Bulldog.
spot to be caught with less credits right now. High pressure round. I don't know if I could take that type of pressure, man. I got my butt cheeks clenched right now. I'm not even playing. I'm nervous. Drizzy
Knife not
playing
catching
aggressive
anyone.
again.
Drizzy.
Caught in
taking
the
a little bit of
molly.
damage. Oh, and dashes
Early
forward.
pick.
A likely mistake, and now
Gun disadvantage. Down a man. Can they come back from this?
especially that was a rifle in the hands of Dizzy, so even a more disadvantage. And we see Shovel Knight
Buster looking to push
setting
in.
up.
Drops the cage. K9 tagged.
Nightfall
You
used.
see that Killjoy setup come out.
No command in response, but K9 not able to survive the onslaught.
Mix coming for the flank.
And Vandals have this site locked down. A lot of suppress still going down though. And it's up to 3 players of Mizzou to find an opening.
Siplov and Mix coming together here. Boathouse
The
is
Turbo
cleared
Strike
out.
pushes them out.
One enemy remaining.
But it's one, and it is one out. Shovel Knight getting the last kill. And Vandals win 2-1 over Mizzou Blue.
All right, all you Emerson fans in the chat, get some hype for the dub.
There was no that score curse. I don't know what the curse was, but there was no curse.
You can say it now. We're fine. We're in the clear. We're in the clear.
No 9-3 curse.
We
There's
proved
nothing-
it. We proved chat was wrong. Wow, What a showing from Intent that game. 26-10. Wow. Wow.
And with that victory, the Emerson College Vandals take the #1 spot in their conference. And even if Clemson wins their match today, they will still be ahead in the head-to-head as they beat Clemson in the earlier weeks. So Vandals solidifying themselves as the best in their conference. And what a performance. Unfortunately, like I said, they lost out on Fracture. No more undefeated Fracture TikToks. That'll be a little bit. That would be a very hard hit. But
I think
they,
conference winners sounds a lot cooler than
Yeah.
undefeated on Fracture, though. I gotta say.
but you know, it's always good to have both. You always gotta have that that map that
You're right,
really
you're right,
solid
you're right.
on. But you know, it's like you said, conference winners is something to be very proud about, and going into playoffs, hopefully they can continue that confidence. And you know, they showed a lot going down on Fracture, but then regrouping, coming back on Haven and winning out, and not letting the 9-3 curse get to them both on Haven and Ascent. So an overall great performance on the side of Vandals, and a great fight put up by Mizzou Blue. They gave it their all, and they made every single round and map close.
Keep showing your love to the Vandals, guys. I see it coming in the chat. Get in the Discord. Show some love there. Let them know you're hyped for them. Keep supporting them into playoffs. They're going to go the distance. Hopefully. I can't say anything. Yeah, happy birthday and happy belated birthday to 3 of our Vandals yet again.
Yeah, the birthday buff. It was there. I saw it. It wasn't there on Fracture, unfortunately. I think it was on a delay a little bit, but came in clutch.
Did we have something one of the players lined up or no? I don't recall.
I do not believe we do. I think we can just end off there.
Yeah, once again,
Thank you
just
all.
go show some love, guys. Show some more love. Keep it going. Thank you, everybody, for supporting your Vandals. We're gonna sign off now. Keep the after party going in the Discord. Keep the hype going in there. Let everybody know, Emerson College Vandals, they're going the distance. They're gonna do it, guys. They're gonna do it. And we will catch you guys later.
A great night, everybody.